outside always been looking in. It's always been a corner issue here. Guess that's where I got traded here. So it's always been that. And from my looks in from just knowing football too much, there ain't too many guys that had two like top tier corners that played together. In the Philly area. So except for Brown and Leo Shepard. So we just hey, we
Welcome
trying to
back,
make sure we
welcome
down the
back.
field.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I'm the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, this video is brought to you by Manscaped. Father's Day is coming up. Use code Brunson, save 20% off, get the free shipping, and the free shipping I fall for that for y'all. So let's get into it. Darius Slay is talking how I always wanted Darius Slay to talk. Darius Slay is taking a leadership approach to this upcoming season, and you gotta love it. You know, in terms of bringing in another cornerback to help solidify the other side, Darius Slay has always welcomed a situation like this that we're in with open arms. And being as though I just listened to his interview on Sirius XM Radio, he talks about James Bradbury joining the team, and he talks about the responsibility now on the shoulders of Darius Slay and James Bradbury to be the next great Eagles duo at the cornerback position. Now we know about Troy Vincent, we know about Bobby Taylor, we know about Asante Samuel. He pretty much was solo dolo, but you know about Lito Shepard and Sheldon Brown. We had some guys that were reckoning forces back there in the past, and then we kind of had those years, like 7, 8, 10 years or something like that, to where we didn't really have a competent cornerback. But ironically, we were able to win a Super Bowl with less than elite talent at the position. We had guys like Jalen Mills, we were up and down with him. Rasul Douglas, we were up and down with him. You know what I mean? And it really never panned out and never really stuck to where we can give somebody a long-term contract. So we brought in Darius Slay to help shore up the situation. Darius Slay has been fantastic for the organization so far, but we're trying to swing for bigger and better things, so we bring in James Bradbury as well. How can this help the Philadelphia Eagles moving forward? It's a no-brainer, man, that these guys should be elite. But the fact that Darius Slay is, looking at Eagles cornerbacks of the past and saying, Bobby Taylor and, Lito Shepard, they kind of paved the way for greatness here. Let's follow in their footsteps, I want to say Lito Shepard had 19 picks. Bobby Taylor had 26. You know what I mean? As their time as Philadelphia Eagles, and that's great, man. That's great production. You know what I mean? And I feel like we can get something similar to that, man. I think that these guys both can have 5 picks apiece this year. You know what I mean? Depending on how the front seven is really getting after quarterbacks and making guys throw faster than they want to. So big shout out to Darius Slay for basically taking the bull by the horns and saying, look, I expect greatness out of myself. I'm sure Bradbury does, and we're going to help each other. He said all the right things, man, in the presser. Darius Slay is a leader. He might not wear the C on his chest. A lot of people were confused about that, but we know what Darius Slay brings to the table. Top and elite talent at the cornerback position. Definitely a top 5 corner in my opinion. You could throw his age around all you want, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? You could throw a couple games around that he got beat, it doesn't really matter. 9 times out of 10, if Darius Slay is guarding you, Darius Slay is taking away that first read. Darius Slay got an all-pro a first team all-pro vote last year as well. He was first team all-pro in 2017. You know what I mean? 5 years later, he's still getting votes for first team all-pro. So Darius Slay hasn't had any hitches in his game that we could directly look at and say this is a guy we need to move away from. We got on the Darius Slay train at the right time. The deal is perfect. The deal is team friendly. We can afford it, and it just goes to show you that what happens when you really have a GM that could really put guys together. Bradbury said, I'll come for 10 years to play next to Slay. You know how easy Bradbury job going to be? You know how easy Slay job going to be? You know what I mean? Half of the time, Bradbury's going to be covering a number 2 wide receiver. And it is what it is, man. I'm excited to see this thing unfold. You know what I mean? I can't wait to see how this thing unfolds. Now, let's get into a little bit of the throwing motion of Jalen Hurts, man. It's been a lot of talk about the throwing motion, so we dove a little deeper into it. We're going to compare the throwing motion from 2 years ago to the throwing motion to today that we saw from the clip of OTAs, and let's see the real improvement that we got. What was the biggest concern for Jalen Hurts? What was it, man? We always knew Jalen Hurts was strong. We always knew, he was a former power lifter, probably one of the strongest quarterbacks to ever come out. You know what I mean? In terms of just lower body strength alone. Power lifter, man. So the base is there. The foot placement was always there. We always knew where he generated his power from, but that open hand right there, that open hand was the cause of a lot of mishaps in the passing game for Jalen Hurts. See, a lot of people think Jalen Hurts can't throw deep. It's just an upstairs fundamental issue. Now, what I mean by upstairs is from the waist up, Jalen Hurts just needs help. He just needed help. He just needed to learn, needed time to mature as a pocket passer. And the Philadelphia Eagles, I'm thankful that they gave it to him because I see a leap year coming. The throw motion has gotten better from this clip 2 years ago. You can see right here, Jalen Hurts, his feet and his base are strong, sturdy. You know he generates that power from that front foot. You see he got that angle on that back leg. He's there, square at the target from the hips down. Now upstairs, that hand being open can throw the ball off. You want to keep that hand as tight to the body as possible because when that hand is out, you're spinning with your shoulders instead of spinning with your hips. You got to rotate your hips into a throw. Jalen Hurts is rotating his shoulders, and you can have a lot of inaccurate passes like that. Now, I'm not a quarterback guru, but this is what's said, around, a lot of quarterback gurus that I talked to, that Jalen Hurts needs his fundamentals to be, more grounded from the waist up. Now, we know Jalen Hurts could deliver the ball with some pop. We know Jalen Hurts can throw a ball with some power. But Jalen Hurts has to work on reading defenses and keeping his fundamentals upstairs intact, especially at this next level. And when we show this clip of Jalen Hurts from OTAs, you can kind of see where the throwing motion has improved. There's a little hitch in his step from 2 years ago. You can see it. You could pause it. You can see, how balls are not coming out as fast. When you don't have velocity at this next level, you can be exposed. Now, look at the throw motion now. Look at where this hand is, tight to the body. Tight to the body. There's no loose motion. There's no all over the place motion now. The development is here. Look at the hand placement now, the offhand. Tight to the body on the release of the ball. Ready to throw an accurate strike. This is the leap year of Jalen Hurts we're all witnessing, and I'm sure Smitty caught that.